Today, we talk about my wish list for sneakers. Alright, so I really don't want to belabor this, so let's just get right into it. First up, Kobe won 81 points, aka the Nike Kobe, the first Nike Kobe, the first signature sneaker by Nike for Kobe, where he scored 81 points. I need that shit. Next, the Crazy 8s, the Adidas Crazy 8s, which they used to call the KB8s, which I believe they now call the Crazy 8s. I don't care what the fuck you call them. Adidas re-released them shits in the OG colorway, in the OG body style. I'm about that shit. It's over. Okay? All right, cool. Next, while we're on that note, I want the Kobe II, the fucking Audi TT inspired Kobe shits, the microwave shits, or, you know, whatever you want to call them. I think them shits is hot. I would rock the fuck out of the Kobe 2s. I think they look OD. Spaceship, space toast, toaster strudels, Pop-Tarts looking motherfucking shits. I'm about that life, okay? Kobe's my guy. Get that shit to me, Adidas. Let's go! Next, we got the Lebron 4 Fruity Pebble. So, spoiler alert, but I got a little video coming up of a little bit of an unboxing about my Lebron Collezione being complete. The only exception to that is the Lebron 4. Now, there were some selections I had at my disposal in my size to complete the Lebron set, but I wanted to hold out because the Lebron 4 Fruity Pebble holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts. Fruity Pebbles, not my favorite cereal, but if it's LeBron's favorite cereal and it's a LeBron signature model, and it's the first time LeBron ever featured it on a signature model, you gots to get that shit. So I'm gonna hold off. I'm not gonna tell you which boutique I have my eye on to get that shit, because I don't want you buying that shit before I get to it. But I'm gonna cop that shit once I build up my net worth a little bit more. Because I bought a fuck ton of sneakers recently. Stay tuned. Okay. Next, the Air Max 1 Patta Cherrywood. That shit is gorgeous. And to be honest with you, I think this is kind of like a soft add to the list because I have a fuck ton of dope additions to the Air Max 1 collection. Next, the Air Mag 2016. Not that 2011 bullshit or 2009, whatever the fuck that was. That shit looks disgusting. The 2016 shit, on the other hand. Now we talking. Auto lacing was the entire premise behind that shoe. So to own anything but that model is a disgrace, in my opinion. Now, the shoe, you know, it goes for a pretty big penny, okay? You know, I can't afford it right now, but in the next year to 2 years, I can afford it. So please, no one buy it so I can get it. And you can also miss me with that bullshit of the Hyper Adapts, okay? Because the Hyper Adapts to me are just a dumbed down version of the Nike Mags. And if I'm gonna get an auto lacing pair of sneakers, it's gonna be the 2016 Mag. I'm sorry. Along with the fact that despite its release date, those sneakers were originally gifted to Michael J. Fox on the anniversary, I shouldn't even say anniversary, on the date that was suggested within the movie for those shoes to actually be out. So, historic piece. I really do want it. Please let me get it. Guys, if you're watching this and you're rich as fuck and you're some Dubai prince or some fucking rich Saudi prince or some shit, guys, come on, man. I need those sneakers. I got nothing else in life. That's actually a lie, but I need the sneakers to feel good. Make me feel good, please. Don't buy those sneakers. Anyway, let's get to going.
Okay, let's get to going.
Next up, this one's easy. The Jordan 4 black cements. Now, I bought the Jordan 4 white cements recently just because I feel like I couldn't pass on them. Just such a beautiful classic shoe. But the black cements, if I had to choose any Jordan 4 model, that's the one. So I can't wait for that to release. Please, Nike, don't limit that shit. Like, I'm just annoyed with that stuff. Like, we all want it. Just give it to us. Just give it to us. You released a fuck ton of Space Jams and we bought them all. Just release the same amount of Jordan 4 black cement. Anyway, okay, moving on. Next, the Jordan 6 Infrared, and I'm talking about the one with the Nike Air. Now, the comforting thing here is when that originally released, it was 2014, it didn't have the Nike Air on the back. And now we're in 2018. So I believe by 2019, if not 2020, we should get that Jordan 6 infrared back in an OG style with the Nike Air on the back. Oh my God. The first time we saw a lace lock. Actually, no, wasn't that the Jordan 5? I'm going to have to refresh my history. It's been a while. But I might want to say it was the Jordan 6, if not the first, definitely the second model with a lace lock on the shoe. And even if it wasn't the first time a lace lock was on a Jordan model, that lace lock on the Jordan 6 infrared is so beautiful. It adds so much to that shoe. Coupled with the tongue, coupled with the entire silhouette and colorway, just, I can't say enough about that shoe. I cannot wait for that thing to come back with a Nike Air on the back. Okay? Okay? Cool. All right. Next. Oh, the Jordan 7 Raptor / playoffs, whatever you want to call them. So everyone calls the Jordan 7 with the purplish bits on them the Jordan 7 Raptors. And totally, honestly, in my opinion, totally understandable that we call them the Raptors. Because A, that's the nickname and that's just what people grew up calling it. Secondly, clearly the purple gives you an ode back to the Raptors. Okay? And I love Raptors. I'm a big dinosaur fan, if you haven't noticed. With that said, the reason I want that colorway specifically, I held off on the Bordeaux's. I held off on the hairs. Everyone says the hairs are the one to have if you're going to have one pair of Jordan 7s. I completely disagree. The reason I disagree is because when you look at Jordan's history and what he played in that pair of Jordans, and he did something human beings couldn't believe he did. And that was score all those 3-pointers on Portland. And then the infamous the Shrug, okay? This is serious business, okay? This is some serious shit. And the reason I say that specifically is because not only does it add to Jordan's legacy, but A, he wasn't known as a 3-point shooter, especially in that part of his career. And B, my game specifically, I'm all about that shit. 3-pointers are my shit. Okay. Next, the Jordan 14 last shots. Now, these are rumored to be coming out in June, which would coincide with the 20th anniversary of when Jordan took his last shot, aka the last shot with the Bulls. But clearly, I need a pair of 14s, and that's the one I'm gonna get. Now, with that said, I'm pretty tight. I'm pretty mad at you, Jordan. I'm fucking mad at you, Michael. This guy was rocking the 13 the entire year, and then all of a sudden for the finals, just for the finals, he decides, you know what? Fuck it. I'm trying to debut these Ferrari-inspired motherfuckers. And now we have 14 classic Jordans instead of 13. So now I gotta buy this extra pair of 14th Jordans, and they're probably gonna be limited, and I'm probably gonna spend a buttload of money, and that makes me mad. So, thanks, Michael. Next, the Air Max 270 in a good colorway. And what I mean by this is I'm just really not impressed. And I'm going to make a separate video about this, but bottom line is I'm really not impressed with the 270 so far. And I know I want a pair, and I know I'm going to get a pair. It's just a matter of which pair. I always try to stick to the best pair possible, especially in the contemporary era. But so far, not impressed. And we'll get to that in a future video. Next, the Air Max Plus in the original Tiger colorway. Now, they recently released an Air Max Plus in that Tiger colorway, but it was an Ultra version, which I don't understand this Ultra version bullshit. I really don't want to get into it right now, but you can miss me with all that bullshit. Give me the OG retro Tiger colorway of the Air Max Plus. If for no other reason than the fact that the entire premise of the Crooked Tongues brand is based on the fact that the Air Max Plus had a crooked tongue. And I love tigers, especially Siberian tigers. And, yeah, that's about it. I mean, do I need any other reasons? Get the fuck out of here, Skyline. Anyway, all right, next. The Air Max 360. So this is just a matter of completing the Air Max pack, making sure I have all the relevant Air Maxes. There's a bunch of Air Maxes that aren't relevant in my opinion, but the Air Max 360 I think qualifies as a relevant Air Max that I need in my collection. We'll get into it whenever Nike decides to retro it, because we all know they're going to retro it. And we'll talk about it then, so stay tuned. If you made it through this last part, especially with the shitty audio, I appreciate you. But with that said, more on the way. So thanks for joining, and we'll see you in the next one. We out.